For most of my life, I was what people would call a normal African American woman. I wasn't evil. I wasn't malicious. I wasn't trying to hurt anyone. But I also wasn't living with structure, discipline, or a clear sense of who I was. I moved how most people around me moved. I ate what was common. I enjoyed celebrating what everyone else celebrated. I went where the fun was, rested when I felt like it, and made decisions based on what felt good in the moment. My life wasn't guided by commandments. It was guided by culture, convenience, and comfort. Looking back, I can admit something that may be uncomfortable to say out loud, and that's I truly didn't value myself. Not in a way I understand value now. I didn't see myself as chosen. I didn't see myself as set apart. I didn't see myself as someone with a responsibility to live differently. I saw myself as surviving and enjoying life, just getting by. Like many of us, I was raised in a culture that told me who I was, but never taught me why I was here. I knew how to celebrate, how to gather, how to socialize, how to enjoy food, music, and weekends. Saturdays were for events, Sundays for church service, holidays were tradition, and food was comfort, not obedience. And I never thought twice about it. I ate pork without hesitation, bacon, ribs, ham. Those foods were normal. Seafood was a delicacy. Shrimp, crab balls, everything seasoned and celebrated. It was part of gatherings, family time, and culture. Nobody questioned it. Neither did I. I partied, I went out, I dressed how I wanted. I did what felt right to me. And at the time, I would have to say I was free. But freedom without direction isn't freedom. It's drift. I didn't wake up thinking I'm living wrong. That's not how it started. It started with no structure, no daily discipline, no intentional rest, no sense of obedience to anything higher than my own desires. And most importantly, no understanding that my life wasn't just mine to live however I pleased. I believed in God, but belief didn't shape my behavior. I read scripture, but it didn't govern my choices. I knew right from wrong, but I didn't know order. I was living regularly, and regular was comfortable. Regular was familiar. Regular didn't require sacrifice, but regular also left me empty in ways I couldn't explain yet. I didn't know then that this way of living, this culturally accepted, socially celebrated, spiritually unexamined life was going to be challenged. I didn't know that obedience would one day demand more of me than comfort ever did. And I definitely didn't know that the life I thought was normal was the very thing I would have to unlearn. I didn't wake up one day ready to change my entire life. That's not how it works. The shift didn't come with fireworks or dramatic moments. It came quietly, subtle, almost inconveniently. It came in the form of discomfort, an internal uneasiness I couldn't ignore anymore. Things I had done all my life suddenly felt off. I would still participate, but I no longer felt comfortable while doing it. I would still eat the food, attend the events, celebrate the traditions, but something inside me wasn't at rest anymore. The enjoyment didn't hit the same. The excitement felt forced. The comfort I once found in routine started slipping away. And at first, I tried to push that feeling down. I told myself I was overthinking. I told myself I was doing too much. I told myself everyone lives this way, so why should I be any different? But the more I tried to quiet it, the louder it became. It was during this time that scripture began to sound different to me. Not new, but sharper. Words I had read before now carried weight. Scripture I had skimmed over now stopped me in my tracks. I wasn't just reading anymore. I was being confronted. Not in a harsh way, but in a truthful one. I began to notice a gap between what I said I believed and how I was actually living. That gap was uncomfortable. I believed in God, but I didn't live like my choices mattered to Him. I believed in righteousness, but I didn't practice discipline. I believed in obedience, but only when it was convenient. And once I saw that, I couldn't unsee it. What made this awakening especially difficult was that nothing on the outside had changed yet. I still looked the same. I still lived the same. I still moved through the same spaces. But internally, I was no longer me. This is the part of the journey people don't talk about much. The in-between stage. The stage where you're not who you were, but you're not yet who you're becoming. It's uncomfortable because you start questioning things you've never questioned before. Traditions, habits, food, time, priorities, even identity. You start asking why instead of just doing. And asking why changes everything. I wasn't condemned. I didn't feel fear. What I felt was conviction. Quiet, steady, and persistent. What you've just heard is an excerpt from my book, From Culture to Covenant. The link is in the description.